our service we render for them was very awesome. Next page, please. Next slide, please. Then this is the goal of our OMLs. So what we really do here with that is simply the launch of the ordering process for the users. That is the people that are ordering for our online food. Then we also increase the efficiency and the launch ordering for delivery. So when we talk about we increase, because we start in Australia, so we also have that is okay in future, how can we extend our goods? So that is I'm here to do the marketing and people can order. So to make the company grow more in future. So we reducing the error and improving the accuracy of the launch order. This was done by the administrator, the user, what we do. So we are being very careful with what we do with in our design to avoid the risks from the attackers, so that we will make use of the PHP web language where the secure, so people cannot penetrate. So we make sure that our site is well secured. So we make it the site to be where user-friendly interface for both customer and the people, even the restaurant staff. So people can, it's very friendly site that you can log in. So we don't need to have issues. It's a very friendly website. So what we do again, we provide a real-time update for our status ordering delivering time. So everything, all the staff we collect working here, they're on time. So we'll make use of it. Then providing data analysis insights. You will see more in the next slide where we explain all this. So this is just our overview, our goal, what we try to achieve, and what we are going to do again in future reference. So also that I've talked about the security and the privacy of something, which is what I talk about the VPN earlier in the presentation. So the next slide, please. Now, this is the software project management process. When we talk about the process, I've mentioned it earlier. Like I said, the software development lifecycle use the OLMS project that will make use of Agile frameworks. So we follow the process, the methodology of the Agile to design our software. So the methodology of Agile that we test each software before we implement. We have to test it from one phase. We test it. The second phase we test it. The third phase we test it before we finally implement it. So that's how we talk about the planning. Our feasibility studies. We share the ideas. It took us some weeks before we achieved this. We got the idea from 3 of us, so we have to put it together to make it work. So that's we're talking about the requirements you gathered to make all this, so all this application to work. So when we design it, we 4 of us check it out before we talk about the implementation. We test it. So when we confirm that all functions works, that's okay. I check with my own networks in Africa here. My other colleagues in Australia also test it. We've also confirmed that all functions work very well. So then we talk about the maintenance, which is we have to be servicing all this before we can make it effective. The next slide, please. So I will leave this to my colleagues here, Bruce, to talk more about the project line time.
Yeah, thank you. We follow the table below for project timeline, and for deliverable and requirements gathering and analysis, and proposed timeline was 2 weeks, and we done in 2 weeks as well. Design and architecture in 2 weeks, done in 3 weeks. Development and coding was 4 weeks, and we finished in 2.5 weeks. Testing and quality assurance, 1/2 weeks, and we done in 1 week. User acceptance testing 1/2 week, and it's done in a 1/2 week. And also deployment and training 1/2 week, and be done in a 1 week, and all proposed timeline was in 9.5 weeks, and actual time was 10 weeks. We finished a bit like earlier. Can you pass?
Next slide, please. Next slide.
Yep. Importance of the project management for online launch management system. Improves communication. The project management involves communication with all stakeholders and involved the project. This includes developers, designers, clients, and the users. Effective communication helps to ensure that everyone is on the same page regarding project goals, progress, and the challenges, and manage project risks. Yeah. The online launch management system involves several risks, such as the technical issues, unexpected delays, and scope creeps. Project management helps to identify the risks and develop contingency plans and mitigate them. By managing risk and effectively, the project manager can minimize the impact of the unexpected events on the project. And next one is controls the project cost. Project management helps to ensure that the final project meets the required quality standards, and it includes regular testing and review of the system to identify issues and make necessary improvements. And next one is ensures project's goals and the objective are met, improves quality, and enhances team morale. Next slide, please. Yep. I will leave it to you, Solo. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. I'll be taking us through the features of our OLMS software. For our OLMS software, for users to be able to make orders and have their orders registered, the users have to register such that they'll be able to log on back to their account. Users would have access to also be able to view restaurants, pick from restaurants, view the products that are on those restaurants, select their orders, and then they'll be able to check out. So let me show a brief. This is our website that we have uploaded in the cloud. From the home page, we can see that we have access to login and also register if you're a new user. The two tabs are there that has been created by our UI experts. For a returning customer, you can log on, but for the sake of this setup, I would create a new user. Let's say my name is Solomon. My surname is this. This is my phone number. Let's see. The password is reading. It also double checks my password. I'd select what city I'm in, and based on that, it will populate the areas that are local to me. This is being populated by a jQuery call to a backend API that selects areas that are matched with cities. So, for instance, if I change my location to Hobart, then the areas change by default on the go. If I try to submit this and I don't agree to the terms and conditions, this does not go through because there are like form validations. With this, I can register, and then successfully I have been able to register, and this has logged me in. I can now have access to do the regular things on the website. I can go via the list to check the list of restaurants. I can see the menu from the restaurants. I can, filter by if I need burgers, if I need, for instance, if I just need cold drinks, I could add whatever I want to my carts, and this is updated automatically. I can view my carts, I can put further instructions. Please add extra ice, for instance. I can also update the quality, and this is updated automatically. I can, by default, there's a feature that automatically calculates the delivery time, the next available delivery time based on the set parameters. You can also schedule, it to be delivered manually, depending on, if you are ordering way above time. So with this ordering system, you can make your orders for the rest of the week, have it delivered to you at a later date, and so on. So for this, I'll just pick the auto schedule, and then I will check out. So the order has been successfully registered. For our code, like Fadai has said, it was written in PHP MySQL with a bit of JavaScript, and then added jQuery and some other frameworks. Here we have on MySQL Workbench database model, and the relationship as the database relates to one another. Then for our code, we have created all the pages in PHP. We have our backend codes well integrated with our front end. We have all the pages have been registered. Then one of the other features that we imputed for security concerns was that all our pages are raised into a single page. This feature helps manage responsibilities and roles as we have defined in our application. So whatever page you're on, it validates with the URL engine. This confirms that you have permission to log into, the pages, and all the pages are registered on a database. In order not to take too much of the time, I'll go back to our slides that talks about, the languages we've employed to deliver these projects successfully. We have used PHP for the server side. We have used MySQL for the database. We have also used HTML, CSS, JavaScript for the front end. For API calls on Change, we used jQuery, and then we used Bootstrap and Easy UI. So in conclusion, we have collaborated successfully, combining different knowledges across boards, which includes experience from the security perspective, from the testing, application development, front end, to deliver this project successfully. But even with the wealth of knowledge, this would not have been done, successfully without the use of project management. Thank you.
Thank you.